Okay, guys, good evening, everyone. So, I'm your audible people, Tirumala and Venkat.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, we are dealing in yesterday's class. We have started the advanced Python. There we have dealt with the OOPS concept beginning as well. So, if you want to know about that, so please check out with the yesterday's class. So, we're gonna know about the OOPS methods and what are the methods we do have here. The first one is nothing but the constructor method. The first one is nothing but the constructor method. The second one is nothing but the instance method as well. The third one is nothing but the class method. Third one is nothing but the class method. So class method, and the last one here we do have as a static method. Last one here we do have as the static method as well. So in yesterday's class, we have dealt with the constructor. So whenever we are declaring def of underscore underscore init underscore underscore off to the self like this. So off to the self like this. So then we call it as the constructor. So in yesterday's class, we have done lots of examples on that. So what is this self and what is this constructor and what we call this one? So we have done with a number of examples on this one. Now in today's class, we gonna know about the instance method. What is meant by instance method? What is meant by instance method? So here it's better to go with it's better to go with so instance method is so use it to so instance method is so use it with any name, use it with any name, so within the function, within the so not within the class, so within the class as well. And next thing here is so here instance method it can be called with any class as well. And here is instance method is used. Instance. So here the parameter, the the parameters declared the sorry guys, sorry for the inconvenience. So there is a small network issue, so that's why still have given. So see here, so the parameters which are declared, the parameters so where to go with the parameters, so which are declared, so in instance method, so need to be so passed, need to be is where to go with. So here need to which are passed in instance method, so which are passed in instance method need to be declared. So at the time of object calling, and how we have to make it here as we make it here as the class name. So class name as well. And here make it here as the def of any name. So we can go with the any name as well. There we need to declare the self like this. So there we need to declare the self like this. And here we write our logic. And here we write our logic here as well. And then we create an object like this. So object one is equal to class name, object one is equal to class name. And here I need to mention like this. So object one dot any name, object one dot any name like this. So what is all of this service? So this is nothing but here we called as the class creation. It is nothing but the class creation, and it is nothing but the instance method. And what is this one? And what is this one is so it is nothing but the object creation as well. And what we call this one means so we call it as the object calling. We call it as the object calling as well. For suppose I have passed a values like A, B, C. So where need to pass the values means I need not to pass here. చూడండి, ఒకవేళ నేను ఇన్స్టాన్స్ మెథడ్ డిక్లేర్ చేసిన తర్వాత సెల్ఫ్ తో పాటు ఏబిసి అని ఇచ్చాను అనుకోండి, సో ఐ షుడెంట్ పాస్ హియర్, ఐ షుడెంట్ డిక్లేర్ ద వాల్యూస్ హియర్. సో ఐ నీడ్ టు డిక్లేర్ ద వాల్యూస్ హియర్ లైక్ దిస్. సో 10, 20, 30. Okay na? So this is nothing but we called it as the instance method. So those who new to the class, so it might be seems difficult. So just please try to understand. If I revise all of them, it will take more time. So it will only takes nearly half an hour of time. సో ఇప్పుడు సో ఆల్రెడీ మీకు ఐడియా ఉంటే ప్రాబ్లం లేదు, కానీ నిన్న మనం ఇన్ డెప్త్ గా చెప్పుకున్నాం క్లాస్ అంటే ఏంటి, మెథడ్స్ అంటే ఏంటి, క్లాస్ కి ఫంక్షన్ కి డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటి, సెల్ఫ్ ఎందుకు యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాం, 8 డిఫరెంట్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ మెథడ్స్ ఏంటి ఉన్నాయి. మళ్ళీ నేను ఇప్పుడు అవన్నీ రిపీట్ చేశానంటే మనకి ఇక్కడ అరగంట వేస్ట్ అయిపోతుంది. సిన్స్ ఐఎమ్ నాట్ ట్రైయింగ్ దమ్ అండ్ సిన్స్ ఐఎమ్ నాట్ రిపీటింగ్ దమ్. Okay, if you want to know about that, so just please listen with the previous class as well. And here only the thing is, నేను మీకు ఏమైనా చెప్పగలనంటే, so in the OOPS concept, everything is related to the objects as well. The object is created with the class. The object is created with class as well. And how the classes are created? Classes are created with this any one of the method. అంతే. సో అంతకు మించి ఇంకా డెప్త్ గా చెప్పడం అంటే ఇంకా మనకి టైం వేస్ట్ అయిపోతుంది అక్కడ. సిన్స్ ఐఎమ్ నాట్ టేకింగ్ దట్ ఛాన్సెస్. సో లెట్ మీ గో టు ద ఎగ్జాంపుల్. సో example one. So listen it carefully, guys. So it is bit easy only. I will try to explain in the simplest method itself. So or else if you don't know, just wait for a while. So I will explain all of the things what we have done yesterday also. So OOPS. So here we are discussing about the OOPS as well. So now here I mention the statement like this. So class, it's better to go with here. I declare like so Mumbai. It's declare as the Mumbai like this. So def. So it's better to go with so business land. So here I mentioned there as the business. It's okay. So business land off to the self. Next thing here, and you need to mention as the so Mumbai is well known for so business and trading. So business and trading as well. So what it exactly means here is so here this is nothing but we called it as the class creation. What it is? We call it as the class creation, and it is nothing but the instance method. What is the instance method means? We are declaring with any name. Manaki ishtam vachi name to declare chestunam. So since I am calling it as the instance method as well, and what is the next step here? I need to make it here as so object 1 is equal to Mumbai. So which is nothing but we call it as the object creation. It is nothing but we call it as the object creation as well. And what is meant by calling means I need to go with as object 1 dot business land. So which is nothing but I mentioned there as the object calling. So we call it as the object calling. So in yesterday's class, we have done up to this part only. Up to object creation. But whenever we are working with instance method, so we need to use the object calling also. How to call the object callings are means so we need to declare a variable. So for that variable, we need to equal our class name. What we have to do? We need to take a variable. So for that variable, we need to equal our class name. So here the variable is nothing but object. As well. And what is the next one here we have as a so object 1. So variable object dot instance method name. So let me try to run this code and check out with this. So cd OneDrive. CD desktop and a py index 1.py. So py index 1.py. See, so Mumbai is well known for business and trading. So this is nothing but it is simple basic sentence, simple basic sentence. So let me make some meaningful example. Let me make some meaningful example here. So let me copy this one. Let me copy this one. So listen it carefully, guys. So here, so let me make it as example two. So example, so example two. So what it exactly means here as, so it's better to go with it's better to go with so here I make it as so class calculations. So class calculations. Here I pass def of so here's where to go with so def of expression. So it made it as the expression. In the expression I declare self comma a comma b comma c, self comma a comma b comma c. I need to activate all of them with this expression. Self dot a is equal to a. Next thing, self dot b is equal to b, and next one is self dot c is equal to c, self dot c is equal to c. And later on I mentioned the statement like the sum, the product of all the values, the product of all the values, the product of all the values. So which is nothing but a self dot a into self dot b into self dot c, self dot a, self dot b, self dot c. I need to create the object one is equal to calculations, object one is equal to calculations. I need to go with as object one dot expression, object one dot expression 9 comma 8 comma 7, 9 comma 8 comma 7, one line space again. And next thing, object two is equal to calculations, object two is equal to calculations. And again I pass there as a object two dot expression, object two dot expression 5 comma 6 comma 7, 5 comma 6 comma 7. So print statement. So object three is equal to calculations, object three is equal to calculations. So object three dot expressions, object three dot expression. So 11 12 13, 11 12 13. See here. So here we are passing ABC. What is the ABC means here? So here the A value is 9 and so B value is 8 and C value is 7 like this. Here, if we went here, so A value is equal to 5, A value is equal to 5. So B value is equal to 6 as well and C value is equal to 7 as well. And what it exactly here we have as a, so A value is equal to 11, B value is equal to 12 as well and C value is equal to 13 as well. That's it. So, okay now, so already I have explained in the yesterday's class, once the class is created, if you have created one class, so we can create n number of objects. ఏమని చెప్పానంటే నిన్న క్లాస్ లో ఒక క్లాస్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తే ఎన్ని ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ కావాలంటే అన్ని ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ మనం క్రియేట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. The same thing what I have done with this. So let me clear the screen and run this one and check out with this. See what happened? All the product was executing. The product of all the values is executing. So this is nothing but we call it as a, so here we call it as the instance method, method as well. So can we take from the user input? So can we take from the user input? So let us check out with this. So can we perform for the user input? Let us check out with this. So here I take this one. So class area of rectangle, class area of rectangle, class area of rectangle. So therefore my method name is area. In the area I mention there is the self length is length comma breadth like this. So there I mentioned there as a self dot length is equal to int of input of, so int of input of, so enter the length, int of input of, enter the length. Next thing, self dot breadth is equal to so int of input of, so enter the breadth, int of input of, enter the breadth like this, int of input of, enter the breadth like this. And next thing, here we need to find the area of the both. Here we need to find the area of the both. So how can I find the area of the both? Is I mentioned there as a self dot output is equal to self dot output is equal to self dot length into self dot length into self dot breadth, self dot length into self dot breadth as well. Here I make a one line space. Here I make a one line space. Here I simply mentioned there as a the area of the rectangle is the area of the rectangle is the area of the rectangle is. So here I need to pass simply self dot out, self dot out. Again, I create an object like this. Object 1 is equal to area of rectangle. Object 1 is equal to area of rectangle. Object 1 dot area. Object 1 dot area. I need to pass two values like none, none. I need to pass two values like none, none. So why, sir? Why we have to pass none means because I am using through user input. What I'm doing? I am using through user input since I need to make like this. So length. So 500, breadth is 250. It is displayed. Next thing. So 800, breadth is 400. So this is how we can work out with the instance method. People, do you know before about this? So ముందుగా తెలుసా మీకు వీటి గురించి? అంటే నేను ఆల్రెడీ శ్రీకాంత్ విన్నాడు కానీ సో తిరుమల కానీ నెక్స్ట్ సుష్మిత వెంకట. సో పీపుల్ డూ యూ నో అబౌట్ దిస్? క్లాస్ అంటే ఏంటి, ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అంటే ఏంటి?
No, sir. I'll check that video records yesterday's.
Venkat, so do you have idea about that?
లేదు సార్, ఐడియా లేదు.
ఓకే, ఒక్కసారి. సో అందుకే నేను అన్నిసార్లు గ్రూప్ లో మెసేజ్ పెట్టిన కారణం అదే అనమాట. ఎందుకంటే ఒక్కసారి ఆ స్టార్టింగ్ కాన్సెప్ట్ వినకపోతే మిగతా ఎంత చెప్పినా వేస్ట్, ఏం అర్థం కాదు. లైక్ ఎలా ఉంటుందంటే లైక్ సబ్ టైటిల్స్ లేకుండా చూసిన సినిమాలో ఉంటుంది, వేరే లాంగ్వేజ్ లేదు. See here. సో బిఫోర్ వర్కింగ్ విత్ ఎనీ టైప్ ఆఫ్ థింగ్, మన పైథాన్ లో ప్రతిదీ కూడా ఆబ్జెక్ట్. సో ఆబ్జెక్ట్ అంటే ఏంటంటే, సో వి విల్ కమ్ టు నో వాట్ ఇట్ ఈస్. సో ఇంతవరకు మనం ఏవైతే డీల్ చేసుకున్నామో అది డేటా టైప్స్ అయినా, వేరియబుల్స్ అయినా, ఇంకేదైనా సరే కంట్రోల్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్, ప్రతిదీ కూడా ఆబ్జెక్ట్. ఓకేనా? హియర్ ద థింగ్ ఈస్ వి ఆర్ డీలింగ్ విత్ ద అడ్వాన్స్ పైథాన్, సో విచ్ విల్ కవర్స్ ద ఊప్స్ కాన్సెప్ట్. సో ఊప్స్ అన్నది అడ్వాన్స్ పైథాన్ నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. సో ఏమవుతుందంట, oops is nothing but the object oriented programming language. Means each and everything is related to object. అంటే మనం ప్రతిదీ కూడా ఎలా క్రియేట్ చేయాలంట, we need to create with the object. So okay sir, what is meant by object means? So object is nothing but a physical or real existence. What it is? Physical or real existence. Present మీరు క్లాస్ ల్యాప్టాప్ లో విన్నా, మొబైల్లో విన్నా, సో ఇయర్ ఫోన్స్ కనెక్ట్ చేసుకుని విన్నా, హెడ్సెట్ పెట్టుకున్నా, ఇయర్ పాడ్స్ పెట్టుకున్నా, ప్రతిదీ కూడా ఆబ్జెక్టే. What it is? So whether you are listening a class either in the mobile or in the laptop or in the earphones, so everything is an object. So how to create the object? Object ఎలా క్రియేట్ చేస్తామంటే, so with respect to class we will create the object. ఆబ్జెక్ట్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలంటే ఏముండాలంట, ముందు క్లాస్ కావాలి. అండ్ సో హౌ టు క్రియేట్ ద క్లాస్? సో క్లాస్ ఎలా క్రియేట్ చేయొచ్చంట, సో వీ కెన్ క్రియేట్ విత్ ఎనీ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద మెథడ్స్ ఆర్ బై ఆల్ ద మెథడ్స్. ఏం చేయొచ్చు అంటే, క్లాస్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలంటే ఏదో ఒక మెథడ్ యూజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు అంటే, అట్ ద సేమ్ టైమ్ వీ కెన్ గో విత్ ఆల్ ద మెథడ్స్ యాజ్ వెల్. సో ఏదో ఒక మెథడ్ తీసుకోవచ్చు, లేదంటే అన్ని మెథడ్స్ కూడా యూజ్ చేయొచ్చు అనమాట. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ద బేసిక్ ఇంట్రడక్షన్. సో జస్ట్ ఇంకా డెప్త్ గా చెప్పడం అంటే కుదరదు. అండ్ ద ఓన్లీ థింగ్ వి హావ్ as the self. So self is nothing but the instance, so which is used to activate the variables. So activate అంటే ఏంటంటే, see here, ఇప్పుడు చూడండి ఇక్కడ లెంత్ బ్రెడ్త్ అని ఇచ్చాను కదా. సో వీటిని యాక్టివేట్ చేయాలంటే ఫర్ దట్ సేక్ ఐ నీడ్ టు గో విత్ ద సెల్ఫ్. వాట్ ఇట్ ఈస్? ఐ నీడ్ టు గో విత్ ద సెల్ఫ్. సో ఇంకా డెప్త్ గా కావాలంటే ప్లీజ్ చెక్అవుట్ విత్ yesterday's క్లాస్. సో yesterday's క్లాస్ రికార్డింగ్ చూడండి, నాట్ ద నోట్స్. నోట్స్ చూస్తే మీకు సగం సగం అర్థమవుతుంది కానీ, సో ఇఫ్ యూ వెంట్ విత్ ద రికార్డింగ్, సో దెన్ యూ కెన్ ఈజీలీ అండర్స్టాండ్ దట్ వన్. సో నౌ దట్స్ ఇట్. So hope you got this one. And the next thing here is, so can we use both the instance method and constructor? Manam instance method constructor at a time use cheyagalama. So that is my requirement. So here let me make this example on this one. So here let me make it as a, so example on instance and example on instance. And so it's not instance, we need to start with the constructor and instance method. So those who are not attended yesterday's class, so please check out with this guys. So ఇది అర్థమైతే మీకు మొత్తం అంతా అర్థమవుతుంది here. So now let me make an example on this one. ఓకేనా? జాగ్రత్త వినండి, ఇప్పుడు మీకు అర్థమైపోతుంది అనమాట. సో యూ కెన్ కంప్లీట్లీ ఎంటైర్లీ కవర్ విత్ ద yesterday's class as well. So let me clear all of them. And here I mentioned there as class T or class coffee. It's better to go to class coffee as well. ఏమైంది ఇక్కడ? క్లాస్ అంటే కాపీ అయ్యింది. సో హియర్ ఐ టేక్ ఏ కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ def of __ init __ off to the self. సో బేసిక్ గా చెప్పండి, కాఫీ ప్రిపేర్ చేయడానికి మనకి ఏమేమి కావాలి చెప్పండి. సో వాట్ ఆర్ ద రిక్వైర్మెంట్స్ ఫర్ టు ప్రిపేర్ ద కాఫీ?
Milk.
So we need to go with the milk undali. First milk undali. Next we have to go with the coffee powder undali. So we do have to go with the coffee powder as well. And later on, so inka sugar kavali. So if required, we need to go with the water as well. What we have to do? So we need to go with the water as well. So ఏంటంటే, so here our class name is coffee. Here our class name is coffee. So to preparing this particular coffee, these all are the requirements. ఏమైంది? కాఫీ అనే ఒక క్లాస్ ప్రిపేర్ చేయాలంటే మనకి ఏం కావాలంట? సో ఈ పారామీటర్స్ అన్ని కావాలన్నమాట. దస్ పారామీటర్స్ ఆర్ నథింగ్ బట్ వి కాల్ దెమ్ యాజ్ ద పారామీటర్స్ ఆర్ యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ ద ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్స్ యాజ్ వెల్. సో హియర్ ఆల్ దీస్ విల్ బి బిలాంగ్స్ టు దిస్ పర్టికులర్ క్లాస్. ఏంటంట? ఈ పారామీటర్స్ అన్ని కూడా ఈ క్లాస్ కి సంబంధించినవి అనమాట. సో టు మేక్ ఇట్ దట్ హియర్ వి ఆర్ యూజింగ్ ద constructor. So అందుకని ఏం చేస్తున్నామంట? We are using the constructor as well. See, if you have observed the screen properly, all are looking somewhat dull color. So milk, coffee, sugar, water, everything is looking a dull color. So how to make them activate means here we need to go with as a self.milk. Self.milk is equal to milk. See, అక్కడ చూడండి, అక్కడ milk అనేది హైలైట్ అవుతుంది. Again right. Self.milk is equal to milk as well. And next thing, self.coffee powder. Self.coffee powder is equal to coffee powder. Self.coffee powder is equal to coffee powder. Next, self.sugar is equal to sugar. Self.sugar is equal to sugar as well. And next thing, self.water is equal to water as well. Self.water is equal to water as well. Chusara. So whatever the parameters we have given, so while starting of the parameters, all are looking in some dull color. But whenever I am using these statements, so it is activated. People, abdamainda?
Yes, sir.
Everyone? Sushmita, Venkat, Srikanth.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See guys, so now how can I make it the happen here is, so it's better to go with, so there I mentioned there as so therefore coffee preparation. So coffee preparation. So coffee preparation. So in that I passed it as the self. In that I passed it as the self like this. In that I passed it as the self like this. So next, so here I mentioned there as the coffee preparation. Simply mention that as the so coffee preparation. Coffee preparation. So next thing is we make a one-line space. Here I make a one-line space like this. And here we need to go with the next statement like this. So print statement. In the print statement, so milk. So how much of quantity of milk we need to go with? Self.milk like this. Self.milk like this. Next, print statement. In that I will pass it as the so coffee powder. So coffee powder. Coffee powder, which is nothing but the self.coffee powder. Self.coffee powder. The next thing. So sugar, what is the sugar here we have as a self.sugar as well, self.sugar as well. And next, the last one here we do have as the water. So how much of quantity of water we need to go with as, so we need to go with a self.water. So so let us check out with each and everything as well. See here. So here what we call this one guys, so this is nothing but class creation. We called it as the class creation. And what we call this one, so this is nothing but the constructor. So this is nothing but the constructor as well. And this is nothing but the instance method. This is nothing but the instance method. Okay now. So this is exactly the method every time. Whenever we are creating an object, so we need to follow these methods. These methods are follow. Next thing, so how to create the object? How to create the object is object 1 is equal to coffee. Object 1 is equal to coffee. In that here we have 4 arguments. In that here we have 4 arguments. Adenti sir 5 unnai kada 4 antaru enti ante, so ee self annadani mana consider cheyakodadu. People, so if you are making this one, so we shouldn't consider this self. This self is negligible. Dani manam consider cheyakodadu. So we need to work with these only. Veetni maathram manam use cheyali. Okay now let me go to the milk as well. In the milk I make this as a 250 ml. So 250 ml. So coffee powder I don't know, so since I go with as a 30 grams, the 30 grams as well. So sugar. So how much of sugar? It's better to go with the 100 grams of sugar and water. And in the water image, there's 100 ml as well. 100 ml as well. So let me run this code. So this is nothing but we call it as the object creation. We call it as the object creation. Let me clear the screen and run this one. See what happened? No output. So even though there are multiple print statements, so anything is not executed. అక్కడ అన్ని ప్రింట్ స్టేట్మెంట్ ఇచ్చినా సరే కూడా ఒక్కటి కూడా అవుట్పుట్ అనేది జనరేట్ చేయలేదు. Why sir? Why it is not generated? Means see, ఏమని చెప్పాను ఇన్స్టాన్స్ మెథడ్ చెప్పినప్పుడు, సో వెనెవర్ we are using the instance method, it is mandatory to call the object. How to call the object? Object one dot coffee preparation. Object one dot coffee preparation. So which is nothing but we call it as the object calling. So object calling. So now let me run this code and check out with this. See, now it is executing. Okay na people, అర్థమైందా everyone? Okay, only for Tirumala. So what about Srikanth, Sushmita, Venkat?
Yeah, అర్థమైంది సార్.
Yeah. See guys, so by using this method, okay Sushmita, okay. So here by using this method, whenever we have any object, అది ఏ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఉన్నా సరే కూడా మనం ఎలా చేయాలంట, we need to use this same method. సో దట్ మేబీ ఎనీథింగ్, బైక్ అని క్లాస్ తీసుకోవచ్చు, కార్ అని క్లాస్ తీసుకోవచ్చు, ల్యాప్టాప్ అవ్వచ్చు, టీవీ అవ్వచ్చు, ఒక బిల్డింగ్ అవ్వచ్చు, లేదంటే ఒక పెద్ద సిటీ అవ్వచ్చు. సో వీ నీడ్ టు యూస్ బోత్ ఆఫ్ దెమ్. సో అప్ టు నౌ ఐ హావ్ గివెన్ ఇండివిజువల్లీ. సో నిన్న క్లాస్లో ఇవాళ క్లాస్లో ఏం చెప్పానంటే, కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ మెథడ్ విడిగా చెప్పాను, ఇన్స్టాన్స్ మెథడ్ విడిగా చెప్పా. బట్ ఇన్ టుడేస్ క్లాస్ ఐ ఆమ్ ఇంటిగ్రేటింగ్ బోత్ ఆఫ్ దెమ్. వాట్ ఐఎమ్ డూయింగ్? సో ఐఎమ్ ఇంటిగ్రేటింగ్ బోత్ ఆఫ్ దెమ్. అంటే రెండింటిని కలిపేసి ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చేస్తున్నాను అనమాట. ఓకేనా? సో వితౌట్ కన్స్ట్రక్టర్, సో హియర్ దిస్ ఈస్ ద ఎగ్జాక్ట్ మెథడ్ ఫర్ క్రియేటింగ్ ఎనీ ఆబ్జెక్ట్. సో ఫస్ట్ మీకు ఆ మెథడ్స్ అర్థం అవ్వాలని అలా చెప్పాను. లేటర్ ఆన్ ఐఎమ్ క్రియేటింగ్ so the individual, so integrating by both of them as well. So this is how we can work out with that. So let me copy this one. So now you people cook for me. So here so let me take another one like this. So I don't know the పేర్లు కూడా మనకి ఏ ఫుడ్ ఐటమ్ ఇది ఎంత చేస్తారో. So here okay, so class biryani. So people say what are the requirements to prepare the biryani, guys? So biryani prepare చేయాలంటే ఏం కావాలి? సో మరి ఫుడ్ వద్దు కానీ, సో ఆల్రెడీ కాపీ చేసాం కదా. సో ఇట్స్ బెటర్ టు గో విత్ క్లాస్ ఆఫ్ బైక్. సో బైక్ ఏమేమి ఉంటాయి చెప్పండి. సో హియర్ need to take the constructor _ read _ So what will be for the bike, guys? Basic గా బైక్ ఏమేమి ఉంటాయి? The first one will check one is the mileage, and next one will go with the speed as well, and next one will go with the color as well, and so tank capacity, something like this. So tank capacity. So inka chala untayi kani here I am taking only few. So these all are nothing but the parameters which are related to the bike as well. And next thing I need to make it as a self.mileage is equal to mileage. Self.speed is equal to speed. Self.speed is equal to speed as well. And next thing, self.color is equal to color as well. And last one, చూడండి పైన అబ్జర్వ్ చేయండి. సో ఇక్కడ ఎప్పుడైతే ఈక్వల్ చేస్తున్నామో then it will change its color. So tank capacity is equal to tank capacity. Next, so def of specifications. So bike specifications, all are those specification of to the self. In that I will print the statement like this. So bike specifications. Bike specifications as well. And next thing I need to print the statement like this. Here the thing here we have as a mileage. So here I will make it as self.mileage. Next, in the print statement, I need to go with the speed. So I need to go with the speed as well. So which is nothing but the self.speed. And next one. So color, what is the color of the bike? So color is nothing but here and there is self dot color as well. And next thing, so tank capacity. So tank capacity. So what is the tank capacity? It is so self dot tank capacity. Self dot tank capacity. Next thing. So how I need to create the object, guys? I need to mention there as the object one is equal to bike. Object one is equal to bike like this. So mileage. So it's better to go with the mileage as so 50 kilometer per liter. 50 kilometer per liter. And it's better to go with the speed as 121 kmph. 121 kmph. And color is black and red. Color is black and red. And tank capacity. Tank capacity is up to 5 liters. Up to 5 liters. To 5 liters as well. So how I need to call this one? I need to mention there as a object one dot specifications. What it is? Object one dot specifications. Let me clear the screen and run this one. Now it executes perfectly. So అర్థమైందా అందరికీ కూడా? So what about Venkat? Venkat, repeat.
Sir.
So hope everyone was clear with it, guys. So this is how we have to create this one. So this is the exact method for this one, guys. So please, whenever if anyone asks anyone, so don't split them. ఏదైనా సరే ఎవరైనా ఒక ఆబ్జెక్ట్ క్రియేట్ చేయమంటే కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ కి విడిగా ఇన్స్టాన్స్ మెథడ్ కి విడిగా చేయకండి, రెండు కలిపి ఒక మెథడ్ చేయండి. సో నేను మీకు ఎందుకు చెప్పానంటే వాటి గురించి మీకు అర్థం అవ్వడానికి, నెక్స్ట్ మీకు అలవాటు చేయడానికి చెప్పాను సెపరేట్ గా. బట్ వెనెవర్ if you want to create an object, so please use both the constructor and instance method. Both the constructor and instance method, and this is how we have to call the objects as well. ఓకేనా? సో ఇక్కడ కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ దగ్గర మనం పారామీటర్స్ పాస్ చేసాం కాబట్టి, సో ఐ నీడ్ టు డిక్లేర్ దెమ్ హియర్. కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ లో పారామీటర్స్ పాస్ చేసాం కాబట్టి we need to declare them while calling the object. So any doubts up to now? ఇంతవరకు అర్థమైందా లేదా? Simple thing. If there is no doubts, you can go to the we can move to the next one as well. People, am I clear, guys? Yes. So now let us go with the next one as well. So here we have done with the both the methods. So hope everyone was clear with it. So with both of the methods. Then next thing here we do have as the third method is nothing but the class method. So what is meant by the class method here as well? So class method is use it to, so here we have to go with the small line, so which is nothing but here. So instance method is also known as non-static method as well. So last one. So class method is use it to create the object. So with respect to the class name. So with respect to the class name as well. Next, so in class method, so class method decorator is used. Decorator is used. So to create the method. So what it exactly means as we need to go with this class name. There we have to mention there as a class method. So therefore you need to go with the method name. So here also you can go with the any method name. Here you need to pass CLS. So entavaraku self rasam kada, here you can go with the CLS as well. Here you need to go with the CLS as well. And then here you will create the object like this. Object one is equal to class name. Object one dot method name. So this is one method. Or so this is main method. Or you can directly declare as a class name dot method name. Okay now. So here it's better to go with so CLS acts as an instance. CLS acts as an instance. So for class method. So let me show. So previous example చూసుకుంటే మనం కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ క్రియేట్ చేసాము, ఇన్స్టాన్స్ మెథడ్ క్రియేట్ చేసాము. సో కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ ని యాక్టివేట్ చేసుకున్న అవన్నీ చేసాం కదా. బట్ హియర్ దేర్ ఇస్ నో నీడ్ ఆఫ్ లాట్స్ ఆఫ్ థింగ్స్. అలా చేయడానికి ఏం లేదనమాట. సింప్లీ వీ కెన్ గో విత్ సింపుల్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. సో లెట్ మీ షో హౌ వీ హ్యావ్ టు వర్క్ అవుట్ ది క్లాస్ మెథడ్. సో క్లాస్ మెథడ్ ఎలా చేద్దామో చూద్దాం అండి. సో దెన్ హియర్ ఐ మెన్షన్ దర్ యాజ్ సో class underscore method, class underscore method. Here we need to use the class method. So def of I go with any name. So I can pass any name like this. I will pass CLS. I need to pass the CLS like this. So in the print statement, I need to make it as a, so it is class method. So it is class method. So what it is, so here, so which is nothing but we call it as the class creation, which is nothing but the class creation as well. And what this one we had as, so it is nothing but the class method decorator. So class method decorator. So see guys, so whenever we are dealing anything within the @ in the Python lo దేన్ని అయినా సరే @ పెట్టామంటే దాన్ని ఏమంటామంట, we called it as the decorator. And this one is nothing but the class method. With the CLS instance అంటే ఒక by default like self అని చెప్పాం కదా ఇందాక, సేమ్ దీన్ని ఇక్కడ ఏమంటామంటే CLS అంటాం అనమాట. సో how to call this one here? So method one of object creation. So how can I create the object? Is I will pass there as the object one is equal to class underscore method object one dot any name. I will make a one line space. And next thing, so method two of object creation. Method two of object creation as well, and which is nothing but object 2 is equal to so directly I can no need of object 2, I can directly go with as a class method dot any name. చూడండి, ఇందాక ప్రీవియస్ గా చెప్పుకున్న లైక్ కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ అండ్ ఇన్స్టాన్స్ మెథడ్ లో, సో వీ హావ్ ఓన్లీ యూజ్ సింగిల్ వన్, బట్ హియర్ వీ కెన్ డిక్లేర్ ఎనీ వన్ ఆఫ్ దెమ్. సో ఆ రెండు మెథడ్ లో యూజ్ చేయొచ్చు అనమాట. So it is displaying the output as it is class method and it is class method. So this is how we can use the class method as well. People, అర్థమైందా? ఇది అర్థం కాలేదా? ఇప్పుడే చెప్పండి everyone. Am I clear guys?
Yes sir.
Yeah. So let me go to the next one as well. So here it's better to go with some performance. So class edition. Here I make this one as again @ class method. So I will again make the def like this. So sum of values CLS comma a comma b comma c. I need to pass there as CLS dot a equal to a. Next thing, CLS dot b equal to b. And next thing, CLS dot c equal to c. Print statement. In the print statement, I will pass the statement like this. The sum of all the values. So which is nothing but CLS dot a plus CLS dot b plus CLS dot c. Same thing here again, get the object one is equal to addition. So here I need to pass object one dot sum of values. I will pass 3 values 10, 11, 12. So this is the first method. And what can we make in the second one here is addition dot sum of values. 98, 99, 97. So what are these means here? A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 11 and C is equal to 12. And what here we have to do here is, so A equal to 99 and so B is equal to 99 and C is equal to 97. So let us check out with this how it will returning. See, it is returning the output well. So output అనేది మనకి పర్ఫెక్ట్ గా ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుంది అన్నమాట. So this is nothing but we called it as the class method, so which can be called in both the methods. అంటే మనం రెండు విధాలుగా ఈ మెథడ్ అనే దాన్ని కాల్ చేయొచ్చు అన్నమాట. So let me copy this one as well. Let me copy this one as well. And so before going to the next one, here I will end up with this last one. So here it's better to go with I want to find area of triangle. So class area of triangle. So class, it's better to go with triangle simply. Class triangle. So here I need to mention there as class method. So therefore area of triangle. So area of triangle. So in that I need to pass self comma base comma height. Self comma base comma height. So sorry guys. I need not to paste self there. I need to pass it as a CLS. So in the CLS, I need to mention there as a CLS dot base is equal to int of input of enter the base. Next thing, CLS dot height is equal to, so int of input of enter the height as well. Enter the height as well. CLS dot area is equal to, what is the formula we have? Half BH, which is nothing but 0.5 into CLS dot base into again CLS dot height into CLS dot height as well. I print the statement like this. I make the statement like this. So the area of the triangle is so which is nothing but CLS dot area, Now I create an object. Object 1 is equal to triangle. And next thing here I have to mention it as a object 1 dot area of triangle. Object 1 dot area of triangle. So since I am making the input, I need to pass there as the none. As well. One line space. So directly I can go with the triangle dot area of triangle. So none. Triangle dot none. So let me try to run this code. Let me clear the screen. And now it's asking for the base 500, height is 750. Some value 800, height is 500. Okay now? So this is how we can work out with the class method. People, okay na? So previous గా చూసుకుంటే కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ తీసుకున్నాం, ఇన్స్టాన్స్ తీసుకున్నాం. కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ లో మన వేరియబుల్స్ అనే వాటిని యాక్టివేట్ చేసి వాటిని మనం ఇన్స్టాన్స్ మెథడ్ లో ప్రింట్ ఇచ్చాం. బట్ హియర్ what we are doing is, so here we are taking a class method. In the class method, so whatever the variables we are taking, we are declaring there, and at the same time we are expressing there only. ఓకేనా? క్లాస్ మెథడ్ లో చూసుకుంటే కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ లో ఏమీ తీసుకోవట్లేదు. తీసుకున్న వేరియబుల్స్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో వాటిని అక్కడే డిక్లేర్ చేసేసి అక్కడ ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ చేస్తాం అన్నమాట. సో దిస్ ఈస్ అబౌట్ ద క్లాస్ మెథడ్ యాజ్ వెల్. సో హోప్ ఎవ్రీ వన్ వాస్ క్లియర్ విత్ ఇట్. సో ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ డౌట్స్ జస్ట్ ఆస్క్ మీ నౌ. సో నో ప్రాబ్లమ్ ఎట్ ఆల్. సో అర్థమైందా, అర్థం కాలేదా క్లాస్ మెథడ్ కోసం? People are clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now let us go to the next one. So we have done with the class method. So we do have the last one, which is nothing but the fourth one. So static method. So static method is a very important one among all the methods. So here. So in static method, so there is no need of any constructor. There is no need of any constructor as well. Instance method, and any instance like self and CLS. Next, so it is easier and faster than the other OOPS methods. It is easier and faster than the other OOPS methods as well. So here, so in static method, static method decorator is used to declare the static method. So what it exactly means is, here we have mentioned there as the, so class name. So static method. So here you need to make it as a def of method name. So def of method name, simply parenthesis. So here we need to go with the logic. What are the logic we have given? So I need to pass the logic here as well. And then here I can directly go with as a, so object one is equal to class name. Here also, so I can directly go with this one also. Object one dot method name. So we have done completely, right? Yes. So చూడండి ఇక్కడ స్టాటిక్ మెథడ్ అంటే ఏంటంటే, ప్రీవియస్ గా కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ చెప్పినప్పుడు, ఇన్స్టాన్స్ చెప్పినప్పుడు సెల్ఫ్ అని చెప్పాను, ఒక ఇన్స్టాన్స్ తీసుకుంటామని. అదే వెనెవర్ వి ఆర్ డీలింగ్ విత్ దిస్ క్లాస్ మెథడ్ ఐ హావ్ సెడ్ లైక్ సిఎల్ఎస్ ఉంటుందని చెప్పాను. బట్ హియర్ స్టాటిక్ మెథడ్ ఏంటంటే అవేమీ అవసరం లేదు, కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ అవసరం లేదు, అది ఏం అవసరం లేదు. సింపుల్ గా చిన్న లాజిక్ తో రాసి అనమాట. సో లెట్ మీ షో యూ సో హౌ ఇట్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ మీన్స్. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ థింగ్ హియర్ వి డు హావ్ యాజ్ we need to use the static method decorator, so which is nothing but here we call it as the decorator, static method decorator. So let me make an example on this one, so then we can easily understand. So here I make the statement like, let me clear all of them. So class static method, so here I pass there as static method. So def of method name. So no need to pass anything, so it is static method, not like this, we will pass anything. So here I make the statement like, so this is static method. So how can I call the object is, I need to mention there in the two methods. I can mention there is the two methods. So method one is nothing but object one is equal to static method. Object one dot method name. So this is first method. Next thing is, here we do have as the method 2. So method 2, so which is nothing but a static method dot method name. Same. ఇందాక CLS లో చెప్పినట్టు చెప్తున్నాను అనమాట. No need to go with anything like this. See, simple thing. This is static method. So రెండు మెథడ్ లో కూడా చేసుకోవచ్చు అనమాట. So here we don't have any constructor, any variable declaration and anything. Simple method, guys. Simple and quicker method among all the OOPS methods as well. So let me copy this one. And next thing, example 2. So example 2. So just have a look. See here. So ఏం చేస్తానంటే, here ఇదంతా రిమూవ్ చేస్తాం. So here I will remove it completely. సో అంటే OOPS సంబంధించింది కాదు, కానీ బేసిక్ గా నేను ఏంటనుకుంటున్నానంటే, ఒక ఈ సర్కిల్ ఒక ఏరియా ఫైండ్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నా. సో ఏం చేస్తాను ఇక్కడ, ఏరియా ఆఫ్ సర్కిల్, ఐ మెన్షన్ దేర్ as the area of circle. So here what are the requirement for the circle? We do have the radius. So radius ఉంది అనుకుందాం. సో ఎలా రాసుకుంటాను ఇక్కడ నేను, so here I mentioned there as the area is equal to 3.14 into radius. Before that I need to declare radius is equal to int of input of. So enter the radius, int of input of, and so pi r square, right? It is pi r square star 2. Okay, now next thing. So in the print statement I need to go with so the area of circle. So with the radius. So with the radius is area. Square units. సేమ్ చేస్తాను చూడండి. సో బేసిక్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ అనమాట. ఇదే ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మనం ఫంక్షన్స్ లో చేస్తాం, మీకు గుర్తుందో లేదో కానీ సేమ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ we have done in this functions. So let me remove it here, and let me paste it here for a while. సో ఆ కోడ్ ని అక్కడ పక్కన పెడదాం కాసేపు. Now let me try to run this code. So in the form of static method. So what I will do is, so I need to mention there as the class. So circle. So class is nothing but the circle. As well. I need to declare as a static method. So there I need to mention there as a same logic. ఏమి చేంజ్ చేయను, ఇక్కడ ఏ లాజిక్ అయితే ఉందో, what are the logic. So we make this one. So here, same logic, whatever I have there, I am declaring the same logic here itself. So tap, tap, tap. See guys, so let me show you here. ఏమైనా డిఫరెన్స్ ఉందా రెండు కోడ్స్ లో దానికి దీనికి? Have you find any difference between both of them, people? No difference. అంటే మనం లాజికల్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ ఇన్ ఫంక్షన్స్ అని చెప్పుకున్నాం కదా. సో అక్కడ ఏవైతే కోడ్స్ రాసామో ప్రతి దాన్ని కూడా మనం స్టాటిక్ మెథడ్ లో ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయొచ్చు. సింపుల్ థింగ్. సో ఇక్కడ సిఎల్ఎస్ ఉండదు, సెల్ఫ్ ఉండదు, కన్స్ట్రక్టర్ ఉండదు, ఇన్స్టాన్స్ మెథడ్ ఉండదు, వేరియబుల్ డిక్లరేషన్ చేసుకోవడం ఉండదు, ఏమి ఉండవు అనమాట. సింప్లీ వీ కెన్ రైట్ ఇన్ దిస్ ఫార్మాట్ యాజ్ వెల్. అండ్ హియర్ సింపుల్ థింగ్ హియర్ ఐ గో విత్ యాజ్ object 1 is equal to circle. Object 1 is equal to circle, and next thing is nothing but object 1 dot area of circle. Object 1 dot area of circle, and to pass none. So why sir none means? Because here we do have the radius, here we do have the radius. So in the place of radius, I need to go with the none as well. And again I make a one line space, again I make a one line space like this, and directly mention there as a circle dot area of circle, circle dot area of circle none lines. That's it. Ade code anamata. Same cheyalenu, kottaga code em raayaledu. So whatever the code I have written before, I am copy pasting the same code. So previous ga ye code rasano దాన్నే కాపీ పేస్ట్ చేశాను అన్నమాట. సో లెట్ మీ క్లియర్ ద స్క్రీన్ అండ్ రన్ దిస్ వన్. హియర్ ఆస్కింగ్ ఫర్ ద రేడియస్, ఐ మేక్ ఇట్ ద 50, అండ్ అగైన్ ఆస్కింగ్ ఫర్ ద రేడియస్, ఐ మేక్ ఇట్ ద 100 as well. Okay, so this is how we can work out with this one, guys. So these are the methods so which we will use in the completely in the OOPS as well. So let me copy this one completely and let me paste it as the example. People okay na everyone? So అర్థమైంది కదా శ్రీకాంత్, సుష్మిత, తిరుమల, వెంకట?
Yes sir.
So hope I clear with this all of them guys. Okay na? So అంటే మధ్యలో వచ్చిన వాళ్ళు జస్ట్ చెక్ చేయండి నిన్న క్లాస్ ఒకసారి అర్థమైందంటే ఈజీగానే ఉంటుంది మిగతా అంతా కూడా. So you can easily understand the rest of the topics and everything else. So we do have the only 2 minutes of time. So let me go to the example on all the OOPS concept. ఒక చిన్న కోడ్ రాద్దాం అంతే. So example on OOPS methods. Example on OOPS methods. So మళ్ళీ రేపు దీని మీద ఒకసారి చేద్దాం. We will revise it again. So just now let me end up with this one. So here let me clear them. So ఎలాగ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలి ఏంటి? So here let me make this question as a so class OOPS methods. So class OOPS methods as well. My what it is class OOPS methods. I will make it as underscore init underscore. I will pass it as the self like this. I pass it as the self like this. So I simply mention it as a so here simply mention there as a so this is constructor. So this is constructor. And next thing, so def of instance method. So instance method, what it is, instance method, I pass again there is a self like this. Again I pass it as the self like this. So here I declare like as a so this is instance method. So this is instance method. And next thing is @class method. So def of so method, so class method name I mentioned there as the so class method name I pass simply CLS. So there I declare there as a so this is class method. And next thing, so static method def of static method name. I need not pass any arguments. I will pass simply print statement. So this is static method as well. So here what it is, so which is nothing but class creation, and what it is, so it is nothing but the constructor. As well. And what this one is, so this is nothing but the instance method. And what not here. So here what is this one? So what is this one? This is nothing but the class method decorator. And what is this one? This is nothing but the class method. And what is this one, guys? So it is nothing but the static method decorator. And here this is nothing but the static method. This is nothing but the static method as well. And then, so here we need to go with the lots of things. Object one. So objects, where to go with the so constructor object. So constructor object. Constructor object, which is nothing but I need to mention there as the OOPS methods. So idanamata. So object creation in constructor, object creation in constructor. And next thing. So here constructor object dot instance method, constructor object dot instance method. So which is nothing but so object calling with object calling in instance method, object calling in instance method. So it's better to go with some space between them, or else it looks combining them. So print statement. Here I make this one as the so class method object. Class method object is equal to, I need to mention there as the OOPS methods. I need to mention there as the class method object dot class method name. So what is this one? So object calling in class method, and what is this one? This is nothing but the object creation in class method, So ఇంకొక మెథడ్ కూడా ఉందన్నమాట. ఎలా చేయొచ్చు అంట, డైరెక్ట్లీ ఐ కెన్ గో విత్ యాజ్ సో oops methods dot class method name. So here object calling in class method. ఇది కూడా object calling in class method as well. And one line space, again I make a one line space like this, and here we go with the last one. So static method object, OOPS method, static method object dot static method name, dot static method name. Simple call this simple thing as well. It's related with the static method, guys. That's it. So there's nothing but the static method object column. Static method. That's it, guys. So these are the things. ఇది ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ బాగా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి, అన్ని మనకు అర్థమైపోతే. So we have done with the day, guys. So I will forward the complete notes of yesterday's and today with along with the assignment. So please check out with the assignment. So if you have done the assignment completely, then you will come to know what it exactly means. So ఏది ఏంటి అన్నది మీకు అప్పుడు ఇంకా బాగా అర్థమవుతుంది అన్నమాట. So with this we have done with all the methods as well. So in tomorrow's class we will end up with one small example, so we can check out with the from. So we have the next topic. So after that we can go with the next topic as well. So any doubts, people, related to today's class?
No, sir.
ఓకేనా? నేను అసైన్మెంట్ తో పాటు ఇది ఇస్తాను. సో ట్రై చేయండి అవి. సో మొత్తం డిఫరెన్సెస్ ఏంటి, మెథడ్స్ ఏంటి అన్ని కూడా మర్చిపోతారు. ముందే చెప్తున్నా, ఈ క్లాసెస్ నిన్నటి క్లాసు ఈ రోజు క్లాస్ కానీ అర్థం కాలేదంటే మీరు ఇంకా వదిలేసుకోవచ్చు. ఇంకా సో ఇంకేం అర్థం కావు మిగతావి మొత్తం కంప్లీట్ గా oops లో ప్రిన్సిపల్స్ అనేసి ఉంటుంది, మెథడ్స్ అని ఉంటాయి. చాలా మటుకు అన్ని కూడా దీని మీద డిపెండ్ అయి ఉంటుంది. So if you have not done with the today's and yesterday's class, so we can't do anything, people. So I kindly request each and everyone to just focus today's and yesterday's class. Object ఎలా క్రియేట్ చేయాలి, ప్రతి మెథడ్ లో ఎలా కాల్ చేయాలి, ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్స్ ఇస్తే ఎలా కాల్ చేయాలి, రెండు మెథడ్స్ తీసుకుంటే ఎలా కాల్ చేయాలి, ఇన్పుట్ ఎలా కాల్ చేయాలి, అన్ని చేసుకోండి. So then you can easily understand the rest of the topics as well. Okay, now, so we'll catch up in the tomorrow session, guys. Everyone, thank you, people. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, guys.